Morning, dear students, and welcome back with the same topic, health and hygiene. In our previous Google Meet, we have discussed some points related to health and hygiene, and today we are actually going to start our topic. So, first topic from your this science book is health and hygiene. So, yesterday we have discussed about it. What is health? Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Means what? Any person having no disease means it is healthy. Is this statement is true? No, this statement is not true because health is related to three factors: physical health, mental health, and social health. Then, what is mean by physical health? A person who has good physical health is likely to have bodily functions and processes working at their peak. Means that person does not have any type of disease, then we can say that that person is physically healthy. No abnormality is there in their body. Then what about mental health? Mental health is related to the psychological and emotional well-being of person. Means a person having no disease but he is not mentally stable, he is in depression, then we cannot say that that person is healthy. So mental health is related to the psychological and emotional well-being of person. Then what about social health? Social health involves one's ability to form satisfying interpersonal relationship with others. Social health refers to our ability to make and maintain meaningful positive relationships and regular contact with other people in our world, family, friends, neighbors and co-workers. Means suppose a person is physically and mentally healthy but he is not maintaining social relationship between his family members, friends, neighbors, then we cannot say that that person is completely healthy because his social health is disturbed. So when we are talking about health, we have to consider all three factors, all three healths, physical health, mental health and social health under consideration. So what should you do to stay healthy and fit? First thing that we can do is have a balanced diet. Then what is mean by balanced diet? Balanced diet is a diet that contains different kinds of foods in certain quantities and proportions so that the requirement for calories, proteins, minerals, vitamins is adequate. Means your diet should be like this. You will get all types of nutrients in proper and in definite and proper proportion. Means you require carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, all these components you have to mention in your diet. Your diet should be fulfill of all these components. Then second thing is protect yourself from diseases. Then how will you protect yourself from diseases? You can protect yourself by diseases by maintaining proper hygiene. Then get proper vaccine, handle and prepare food safely, then you can protect yourself from diseases. Third point is regular exercise. You have to exercise at least an hour for a day, then you will be fit and fine. Then you have to maintain hygiene. Now we are facing many problems, many health problems, because we all are suffering from this pandemic situation, and this pandemic situation which is related to COVID. Mainly the reason for COVID is unhygienic condition. So you have to maintain proper hygiene by using sanitizers, by washing your hands, by handling your food safely. So you can be free of diseases by using by maintaining proper hygiene. Then the most important thing that we all love is sleep and rest. Sleep is why sleep is important? What do you think, why sleep is important? Because it enables the body to repair and be fit and ready for another day. If we will not get proper sleep, if we will not get adequate rest, then what will happen? Next day we will not feel fresh, we will not be ready for the next day. So getting adequate rest may also help to prevent excess weight gain, heart diseases, and increase illness duration. So you have to sleep and rest properly. So these are the five factors by which you can stay yourself healthy and fit. So in our day-to-day life, we eat different types of food. So do you know which components are there in food? Yes, food consists of five main nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. And in this topic, we are going to study each and every component in detail. Means each and every component from which food we get that component, we get that nutrient, and why that component is essential for our body, that we are going to study in detail. So first main nutrient of the food is carbohydrate. Before that, I want to tell you what is mean by nutrients. Nutrients are the substances which are required for growth and development of our body in proper proportion, in adequate proportion. So carbohydrate is one of the most important component of food. So carbohydrates means what? Carbohydrates are nothing but sugar, starch and fibers. So we get carbohydrates from cereals, fruits, corn, potato, honey. Means these are the sources of carbohydrates. We get carbohydrates from all these food materials. So we have to add these food materials, these food atoms in our diet. Then we will get more carbohydrates. Then why carbohydrates are necessary? Because we get energy from carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are energy rich food atoms. So we require energy for doing our all activities. We require energies for doing our all work. That energy we get from carbohydrates. That's why carbohydrates are very important. Carbohydrates give us energy, and carbohydrates are nothing but sugar, starch and fiber. So one more important function of carbohydrate is main source of energy. It regulates the blood glucose. Then fiber is one of the carbohydrate which helps in digestion of food, and it is means when we eat a lot of fruits, we get carbohydrates from fruits. Fruits are nothing but cellulose. Fruits are made up of cellulose, and this cellulose helps us in the process of excretion, egestion. And also these carbohydrates are important to do physical work. So sources of carbohydrates are cereals, fruits, corn, potato and honey. Many many food items are there, like bread, then some snacks are there from which we get carbohydrate. Then next important component of food is fat. So like carbohydrates, fat also give us energy. Carbohydrates and fats are energy giving foods because they both gives us energy. But the in fact fat gives more energy than carbohydrates. So sources of fats are vegetable oil, milk, butter, ghee, cheese, cream and dry foods. But eating too much fat can be harmful. Why eating too much fat is harmful? Because if we eat excess fatty food, then what will happen? It leads to obesity. Then what is mean by obesity? Obesity means you become fat, you gain lot of weight. That's why it will leads to diabetes and heart diseases. So eating too much fat is very harmful for our body. Sources of fats are vegetable oil, milk, butter, ghee, cheese, cream, dry fruits. But we require fat in a small quantity for our body activities, because these are also energy giving food materials. We get energy from fats also. But avoid to eat excess fat, because it leads to obesity, and obesity causes diabetes and heart diseases. So students, remember these things. Carbohydrates and fats are energy giving foods, but we have to increase the proportion of carbohydrate in our food, not fat. Okay, so I hope you got all points. What is mean by carbohydrate, what is mean by fat, why carbohydrates and fats are necessary for our body, what are the sources of carbohydrates and fats. Tomorrow we will discuss about proteins and vitamin minerals. Then if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.